Hey guys, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a brand new product for you guys. I literally just received this in PR today, so I thought, let me test it. I was filming anyway. So I received the new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundations, which look like this. I've got 3 shades here. It's called the Luminous foundation. So we're just gonna go ahead, hopefully we have a match. We're gonna go ahead and test it and see what I think about it. So I think this is the first Anastasia like proper liquid foundation. She only has the stick foundation, if I'm correct. So it claims to be a medium coverage foundation with a luminous natural finish. It also has all of these claims here on the side. So it's vegan, gluten-free, alcohol-free, clinically tested, dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, which means it shouldn't clog your pores, suitable for sensitive skin, long wearing, no flashback. So that is a lot of claims. So we're just gonna go ahead and swatch the foundations first, and then we'll go ahead and test it. I may do a wear test for you guys today, so I will try and wear it for you guys as long as possible. So this is what the bottle looks like, and it says foundation on the other side and then Anastasia on that side. So this is the shade 400N, which definitely doesn't look like me. Let's see how the formula is, whether it's runny or if it's thick. Okay, so it's not runny. It does seem to be like thick liquid type of foundation. So this is the shade 400N. That is really light actually. Okay, so that is 440C. I have one more shade. I really hope this is me because I did not just sit down and film this for no reason. So the last shade I have is 480C. So I'm hoping, because it is such a big jump. Oh, this one looks like me. Oh yeah, this one looks good. So this is 480C, and that's the one we're gonna use today. So once again, 400N, 440C and 480C. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep my skin with the NARS Smooth and Protect Primer, which has SPF 50. I'm just gonna take some of that on my nose and like my pores area. So we're gonna go ahead and take this foundation. I am gonna use a brush because it is medium coverage. I think using a sponge is just gonna give me like sheer to natural coverage. I'm gonna take a pump on this side and then we'll build if we need to. I'm gonna take 2 pumps actually, because it says medium. I'm just like, I need more coverage. So there is 2 pumps. I'm gonna dab that in. Ooh, that color match looks perfect. So I'm gonna dab that in with my brush. I'm just gonna do half of my face, and then you can see like the side by side. Okay, so now that that is blended out, it definitely is medium coverage. Like they said, the color match is amazing. You can still see a little bit of my scarring on my cheek here, but overall it has like evened my skin tone, and it does look really nice and skin-like on the face. So it is a natural finish like they said. As for how it looks, it does look really nice, and if you do a side by side, obviously you can see it has evened my skin tone. If I wanted more coverage than this, then definitely I would just take a little bit of concealer and spot conceal those areas. I don't feel like it's necessary to go in with another layer of foundation. Okay, so I went ahead and took 2 extra pumps on this side, and then I dabbed a little bit on this bit as well, and it definitely has built up and covered my scars on this side. So it definitely is slightly buildable. I wouldn't say it's buildable to full coverage. I don't know if you guys would class this as full coverage, but it's definitely a high medium to me, and it is very skin-like, so it's not super cakey. It actually sits on the skin beautifully. I have this gorgeous radiant glow to my skin. Of course, it is called the Luminous foundation, so I'm not expecting a matte finish, but for my oily skin type, I will have to set this foundation down, and I wonder how it's gonna last throughout the day because I do get oily with even matte foundation. So we'll see how this lasts. But this is how the foundation looks with 1 layer, 4 pumps all together, because I did 2 on this side and 2 on this side. So first impression, it does look very, very nice on the skin. So you do get 30 milliliters in this foundation, which is about the standard for foundation. I'm not quite sure the price. Let me double check. $38. So I'm not quite sure what that is in pounds, maybe 35 pounds. So kind of like the NARS Radiant. Ooh, that's what the packaging reminds me of. The NARS Long Wear Radiant. Natural Radiant Long Wear. No, Natural Long Wear Radiant. something like that. That foundation, this is what the bottle reminds me of, also what the finish reminds me of. Anyways guys, I'm gonna go away and do the rest of my face and my eyes. I'm gonna play with the Carnival Stacey Marie extra large palette today, so that video will be coming very soon, and hopefully I won't get any fallout on my face, but if I do, I will just go ahead and take the foundation brush and dab underneath my eyes to kind of reapply the foundation under there. But yeah, I'm not gonna change my normal routine. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. camo concealer like I always do, my Vichy Derma Blend powder, and then contour. Nothing too crazy on the face. I don't want to build up too many layers, so I'm not going to cream contour or anything like that. Literally just a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, powder to set the face, and powder contour. So I'm going to do all of that, and then I'll check back in with you guys when I'm finished. Okay guys, and I'm back. So here is my completed face. I have gone away and eaten lunch. I've come back. I've done a tutorial on this eye look. I've completed the rest of my face. So it's been a little while. So it is now 5 p.m. so it's been roughly 2 hours now, 2 hours and a little bit. So far I definitely am getting NARS Natural Radiant Foundation vibes from this, in terms of how it sits on the skin now that it's, you know, complete and it's been set. It does look slightly radiant, but it's not like super dewy, which is one of the reasons why I do like the Natural Radiant from NARS, because it does have that natural glow to the skin without being like too dewy and oily for me. So I do really like this foundation so far. Yeah, so far so good guys. I'm gonna go away, enjoy the rest of my night, and probably check in with you guys before I want to take this off. So probably 7, 8, we'll see how I feel, but this is the look. Let me know what you're thinking. Okay guys, and we're back. So it is now 10 o'clock in the evening, a couple minutes to 10. So I've had this foundation on since 2 this afternoon, but I left you guys at 5, so it's been on for an extra 5 hours. So I would say altogether probably 8 hours wear since it first touched my skin. This is how we are looking. Very, very shiny. So I haven't looked at my face the whole day because I was play fighting with my kids, and then I edited a YouTube video, we had dinner, so I've just been doing stuff. I haven't even looked at myself, so now I've sat down and looked at myself. I'm like, wow. I do have an oily skin type, so it is what it is. But the foundation itself has not broken up, it hasn't faded. The only thing is I look hella shiny. If you have oily skin like me and you've gone on an 8-hour, you know, work shift or whatever, this is how your face would be looking. Obviously I haven't touched up or anything, so if you were at work you could easily just touch up on your break or whatever. I keep saying or whatever, relax. But I do think if you have dry skin you will absolutely love this foundation. It hasn't broken up or separated on my nose. Despite the amount of oil on my nose, it hasn't broken up or separated, so it may break up when I touch it up. I am going to touch it up to see how well it touches up for you guys, but wow. So what I'm gonna do is take my powder that I used at the beginning. So I'm gonna take my sponge and try dab it over the areas that are super oily. I just wanna see if it touches up well or if it starts to break up, you know? So I'm just gently dabbing over that. So scared to do my nose. My nose is where it always breaks up after I touch up. Okay, so now that I've touched up with powder, I don't think it looks bad at all. This is me, of course, looking from far at my far mirror. So from far, it looks really good. Let's go ahead and get a close-up. Okay, so on the cheeks, it looks perfect. It's gone back to exactly how it was when I first started my makeup. However, on my nose, it has separated and come off a little bit on the nose. It does look a little bit cakey and like patchy on the nose now. But I kind of expected that because I had so much oil on my nose. Just putting powder on top of that just wasn't gonna work. I think if you touched up earlier on in the day, then it would definitely wear better. But letting your face get that oily and then touching up, it just never works out well on the nose. So yeah, but everywhere else that I just touched up looks perfect. In between my brows, the cheek area. So far, I wouldn't say this is my favorite must-have foundation because I do prefer more semi-matte foundations. I will keep testing it, of course. I think it would be good for short days. I definitely think it's a good foundation. Whether it's worth the £35, I'm not quite sure yet, but I like it. I have good vibes about it. I would definitely use it again. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the foundation down in the comment section. If you're gonna pick it up, if you are interested in a luminous finish. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed. I'm gonna take myself to bed and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.